Hello and welcome to the Heat Signature Daily Challenge. It is the 19th of December, and today we are killing 3 off-world security officers while harming as few other people as possible. We've got a hammer to bash around with an acid trap and a single subverter. It'll be fun. Let's see. Did I mention that we're frail and X off-world? Those don't matter too much, except that we're gonna try not to die. But yeah, let's go. Oh, let me swap out a bit. My OPS got under another window. Yeah, that's better. Alright, we got concussive shotguns and emergency shields. Target fleas. Jammer defender. Alright. Might be able to make use of target fleas, but it's a little difficult to set off the alarm safely. And we'll have to be very mindful of where the defender is. Early 3 seconds. Okay. Kind of sketchy opening, but if we're a little careful, should be fine. Getting that key is a little rough, and getting you out this window is a little rough. That certainly is 2 people with shotguns that I don't want to be shooting as a way to set off the alarm. Going this way is pretty bad. Though if we do it right, we could get a crate. Getting through here is a little rough. If I go this way, then I can throw a thing to get you to look. And then get you to walk through here, get you out before anyone else gets out. If I go from the top, I can do... I'd say I could do the same thing, but no, I wouldn't distract. I would just dash down, make sure you catch vision, and then get you out before you get out. That's a little sketch. But going this way does give me a crate. This is a sketchy ship. Let's start off with thinking how we're going to get through here. The problem with going to the right is I can dash through them just fine. The alarm does go up. You've got to be going to the left. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what if I'm workshopping here. What if I throw things at you so that you shoot later? Dash down here, get the key. As soon as you shoot, I go off to the side. And then I can take some time distracting, getting over here. And then the alarm will go off and you'll just walk over this way. Other option is it's difficult to get past them, but maybe I could like throw a bunch of things at both of them, steal key, get through here. You're going down, which is good for me. Throw a thing. They all look down this way. And that gives me enough to get a crate. And then I can probably go back around and then dash through here and be fine. And that gives me an item, most importantly. And then it's a little sketch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which route is good. I think I'm gonna try going to the right. I wonder... I smack him like so and then dash. I'm kind of surprised that they lost track of me. Just a little bit. Well, I'm surprised that after I smacked them and they both like immediately started turning around towards where I was that they both lost track of me. If I do this too early, the jammer might hear and then turn around, and that would be maybe fine, but pretty awkward. Something like this, I think, should work. Can't pick up the subverter yet because I need the teleport cooldown. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. I'm a little worried about your... Press the wrong button. God damn it. You're definitely gonna see me. Alright, let's not unpause. Alright, get it as far as possible, and that'll just be as good as we can get. I think that's fine. Kind of risky bash there. That one's fine. I'm glad bashing into the sides of walls doesn't make noise. Stealth shield, alright. That doesn't directly speed me up for things, but it gives me a hell of a lot of control. I can't do a bash here. The not being able to bash here is the slowest part of... God damn it. I just barely got a stealth shield that I was going to use. I suppose I should have expected that. Is there a way to get past these guys faster? I mostly want you to walk up. Alright, so I'm gonna get their attentions. And then we'll have a split moment of them not being able to see me. Where the most important thing is just that this guy walks upwards. So that I can bash down sooner. And there we go. Just to make sure that you don't do anything, I'll give you a little distraction. I was planning on fucking... Well, then. So much for my plan. How far are we from the thing? They're pretty far. So a trick that I'd rarely use in this galaxy because it requires you to be close to stations is if you go out a window and a no harm person gets no harm person gets pulled out as well. As long as you get back to a station and turn in the mission before they asphyxiate in space, it doesn't count against you because their death happens outside of the mission. It's difficult to do when we're pretty far from all the stations. And this is like right on the edge of what I think. So we got like 15 seconds. I don't like that. I don't like that. Where are you going? You're going on patrol. Okay, you know what I can't... Okay, I've got a plan. I'm gonna get the pod just ever so slightly drifting first. First, I want these guys to just be getting out of the way. You really are like right in the center, aren't you? Alright, so that's got you somewhat distracted. What do I do? How can I get you to get out quick while getting you? Alright, I think I don't have an actual plan, but I'm just going to free ball it. Pod being right here is a little difficult. But yeah, so my plan is to try and just orbit around the target and then continuously get the friends to follow me this way, which is much easier now that I'm just out of vision range of the target. So then I get over here. And then if I dash at about this angle, yeah, I'm just gonna wait until they leave the direct area. All right, we're good. We're good. Nice, pick up the hammer again. And then we remote, try and catch ourselves, and now I consider whether or not... Alright, caught him. I consider whether or not I go for a redock. It's a little sketch with them walking out to the door. But we don't have a ton of items, and it's... yeah, let's go for it. Key cloner and a gun. I will take those. Key cloner especially. Alright. Return to pod, make sure it unloads. There we go. And off we goes. Alright, key cloner almost certainly worth the time spent redocking. Alright, next we've got emergency shields everywhere. That's great for us. Target fleas. We spent a lot of time on that first ship. But key cloners have a good chance of helping significantly. I was really hoping for a 2-second. Alright. Key cloners are helpful here and here. A little less helpful here, still a little helpful here. If we can time a target flea's run just right, we can get them out the window, smack them, then get out. Can't smack anyone else. If it weren't target fleas, I could like immediately shoot, and then all of them would have their shields up and I could just safely bash through them. But we shoot, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, we don't need the target in the window, do we? It's not a capture mission, so if we get them early, we just get them a little early, and they might give us a sidewinder or something to get out faster. Subverter is not needed here, nor is the acid trap. Yeah, we set off the alarm immediately. Yeah, that's correct. It's possible we lose that acid trap if it lands too close to the front of the pod, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, the only thing we have to worry about here is bashing in a way that gets us through here faster, and I've alerted all of them in such a way that they move closer together and makes everything worse. But that actually wasn't bad. Didn't have to worry about them spotting me because they don't have a gun to shoot out the window and send themselves out. And then I get over here and I can just clone. I can ignore them pretty safely. Which way do I want to go through here? Probably this way. Okay, this looks like it's probably proper timing anyways for if it was a capture mission. Let's just get the pod drifting. That worked out well last time. We dash up. This part is the most sketch part, but still pretty fine. Hello, pod. Alright, we give you a smack. We get a lot of subverters. Alright. Do we actually even want subverters? Give you a kill. Ooh, you were about to walk in here, were you? Alright, let's just let that unload. I don't know if we actually want more than one subverter. Because we already got a subverter. If it's target fleas, that's taken care of. We don't need subverters for doors. We've got 3 extreme range key cloners. And we don't need subverters to get through shields because we already have one and there's only one shield that we want to get through. In theory, could matter if it's like, if we don't want the alarm to go off and it's heat sensors. No, we do want the alarm to go off. Yeah, I think the extra subverters don't actually do anything for me. That's kind of funny. Alright, we got concussive shotgun shield, heat sensors, but most importantly, it's just target fleas. We need to kill, not capture. We might be able to do this without turning back time again. Got subverter. Only one docking point. Yeah, we got less than 2 minutes though. We'll see how it turns out. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I'm just gonna step in here. Yeah. We just shoot. I probably, in the back of my mind, I knew they had shields and stuff, so I knew it'd be fine, but I probably should be more careful about just shooting into a no harm room. There could have been a contractor in there. Okay. Ship unloads. Telepad. It's a little far over here. Telepad hacked. We drift a little bit. We remote. We catch. And they're escaping. We leave. They die. All right, let's double check the time. Can I do this? Oh, we got 35 seconds. We're perfectly fine. All right, $5.99. Submit. For first place, seems we don't have a 7-2 today. Yeah, 34 seconds, $5.99. Pretty nice. Chip 1 had a little bit of awkwardness, but I can't really plan around the target going on patrol going in that way. Stealth Shield did end up being pretty key there. Stealth Shield helped out a lot. So good thing I went for that crate. That did end up being quite helpful. And going for the key cloner also was pretty large. So yeah. Good luck on the decisions there. That helped out a lot. Yay, very nice. Yesterday, we had me in first place with 32 seconds and a $5.99, 7-2 coming up in second, Cassandra in third, Zazaza in fourth, and a fake Uncletopia server in fifth place, making up the top 5. I think I've seen Uncletopia server up here in the top 5 before a while back. I think, maybe. But if not, welcome to the top 5. Maybe I just recognize the name from below the 5 because it is a unique name. That is all for today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we've got Challenge Saturday, and I hope to see you tomorrow.